Hi there, Marge here from Rose Grows of Harlem. Today is February 13th, Friday the 13th, and it's Feeding Friday. Today I am going to feed the birds as always, check the feeder for the cats, their automatic feeder, and I will also take a look to see if I can get to any more pruning, and of course show you a week's worth of results from the prunings we did last week. Let's go take a look. The birds are ready. They're already looking. They're eating a lot of that food down there, which is nice. Maybe I'll let them finish that food today. Look at that big bird. Oh my goodness, who's that? That's as far as I can get from here. It looks like a robin redbreast. Lots of birds around. They hear me. Okay, let me show you what I wanted to work on today. This mess, I think this is somebody's house. And I mentioned that last week. But I do want to get to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my plum trees. I would like to clean up the garbage that's in there and prune those trees. So we'll take a look at what we can do with that today. I'm going to get a rake to get rid of all of this garbage, and let's see what we can do. To figure out how to get these are the plums. That long piece in between is not. Oh, I think my mums were here. This is all good, so let me move the camera. So, given the state of things right now, with the way that this looks, it's probably best for me to do it from a long angle. I wanted to come in and show you little things, but it's a little dangerous if I'm not 100% focused on what's there. So I'm going to pop the mic off so I don't have to worry about, that falling out into water or anything like that. And I'm just going to do a major cleanup, because before I can get to any of those pruning areas, I just need to clean up a lot. There may not be some flattering angles and stuff like that, so I think maybe I'll just show you the before and then the after. I showed you a little bit of what the cleaning up is. It's just going to be more and more time doing that. I might keep the camera on just to be safe, but we'll see. So right now, I've already started doing some cleaning, but This is the before. A few years ago, I showed how you can measure how much water is in a piece or is in a container. And if you ever wanted to know if those bamboo sticks for skewing were biodegradable, they are. That was the mark that I left, and it was supposed to go into the dirt up to that mark. And there you have it. Yeah, biodegradable, so you're good. Oh yeah, it's way cleaner. Now I probably could have left some of those stems so that I could graft onto that. It's a really thick root system and a really big trunk. That's right about here on the other side of the cat. And when I do a walkthrough after I clean up all this nonsense, I'll show you what I mean. But I don't want to, again, put too much on myself. I don't want to overwhelm myself, so it's just a cleanup. Just take care of the trees that I already have. If I can be responsible for those trees, then I can make more. I can always make more. All right, let's take a look to see what the birds have done with the feeder, see if they like the food, and I'm probably going to change up the order of how these segments went because as soon as I came outside, I saw the ridiculousness of the garden and I had to clean it up right away. So if my cheeks are a little more rosy than before, it was because I just did about half an hour's worth of work of cleaning out some of the extra weeds and stuff. So let me go get the bird feeder. They're there waiting for the food. Wow. You guys finished it. All right. They definitely loved that suet cake. Which one was it? I wish I could have told you, but I switched it last week from one side to the other, and they came to this side to eat it. So they like this one better. Now this one, I don't know. I'll have to check the tape and see which one it was, because now I don't remember. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back a few different videos. But I'm just gonna refill it like I have been. I did get some mealworms. I got a bigger bag of wild bird seed. I'm gonna put in some seed. And I'm gonna alternate like I did before, where it's seed, mealworms, seed, mealworms. You've seen me do it before. I don't think you need to see it again. But if you want to see it every week, put in the comments, let me know. This is what they look like. Mealworms. Mix it in a little bit. They're not live. Oh my goodness, I made the mistake one year of asking for mealworms. And because it was in season, they gave me live mealworms. It's pretty gross. I don't have any new suet cakes. That is one thing I forgot. I might get some this weekend, but we'll see. So see, now we've got mealworms mixed in with birdseed and sunflower seeds and stuff. So I'm going to give this to the birds, and I'm going to give this to the squirrels. Ooh. Okay. Come here, squirrels. They normally just sit in it anyway. And there are some of you that I have met at the Soil Family Expo that Black's Tropical Homestead puts together. I think that was last year. I don't know, last year seems like such a long time ago. But I did have a t-shirt that said grow fruit trees. I created this as a cute little merch item so that I could wear, you know, my own little trees that I have at the end of my videos. So I could have a hat to protect my head. I also have bucket hats and a big hat. I'm getting each one of them as my paycheck allows. But if you would be interested in wearing them as well in your garden, it's not marked with Rose Grows in Harlem or anything. It's just grow fruit trees. How can you argue with that? But I will leave a link in the description and in the first comment. And yeah, let me know if you would like to see anything else or any other kind of merchandise. I try to go eco-friendly. I was thinking about doing a like a recycled clothing line, but I'm just not there yet. I have so many ideas and so many things coming out of every which way that I just have to slow down and finish one thing. So let's take a look at what the cat feeder looks like. They have already knocked it over to try to get the food out. Okay, good. I have reduced it to 3 clicks each feeding, so it's twice a day, 3 clicks, and it has 2 different bowls. There's food in there now, which means everybody should have a chance to eat. It goes at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. And does it smell? I can't tell. I think one of the cats marked it, but that might have just been when it was damp, because right now it's pretty dry out and I don't smell anything, but I'm not an animal, so I can't smell it. But we do have a tabby that seems like it's his little abode now. But we have at least 2 cats visiting, 1 seal point, or like a Siamese, 1 tabby that's striped brown and black, and a raccoon and a possum. And right now there is, oh, what is that? Beautiful bird. A bird just stopped in for a bath. I really have to get cameras out here. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? That is a beautiful bird. Sorry, distracted. I think what I'll be doing this weekend is I will finish the cleanup and do the pruning. And what I'll do is I'll extend that over the next 2 weeks. And then this way it won't be an hour-long video, because I don't know how people feel about watching a really long video. It's just someone cleaning up. And if you would like it in real time and not sped up, you just want to have something in the background, if you're cleaning your house, let me know. I have no problems putting this full length. I just worry that people don't want to watch it, so I'm like, why waste the time? But if you don't want it sped up and you're interested in watching it full, regular speed, let me know. I don't mind. That's less editing for me. So I don't mind that at all. But let me see if I can get this bird without ruffling its feathers. Fortunately, that's as close as I can get. Let me see if I can get him with my other camera. This one away. Definitely was taking a bath. Well, I'm glad I can offer a place for bathing to these cute little birds. The whole point, right? Sharing the space with everybody. Sorry, distracted by these adorable birds. He's still there, preening himself or herself. But let's go take a look at the basement greenhouse, and I'll get to show you what a week's worth of possibly rooting looks like on the pruning scions. That was the word. The pruning scions I did last year for my peach and pear trees. And let's see how the citronella is. Okay, in the basement greenhouse. I don't know what to do first. I think let's look at maybe the citronella. Now, which one did I show you last time? Oh, I don't remember. Shoot, I wanted to show you the same one every time. Maybe this one? I think it was from here. I think it was from the end. Alright, let's see. That's what they look like. The buds are kind of coming in. Now, I don't want to disrupt. There are little roots right there. I don't want to just keep disturbing them by taking them out. So I think from now on, we'll just look at them on top. See, they're still doing okay. So that'll be my test, because the last thing I want is to disrupt the roots and then lose some of those things. But one thing that, where's the camera? One thing we can check on are the scions. So I have not looked at these at all. I left them down here out of the light. So let's see, these are the LeConte pair. They're still firm. I don't see any wilting. And I don't see, oh, I do see tiny hairs. You see that? That top one, tiny hairs. Tiny hairs. So the LeConte pair seems like that's going to be okay. This is the Kiefer pair. These also look sturdy. And I know it probably takes like a month or two for these to get any roots, but I do see hairs. I do see hairs. So those looks like those are doing okay. The Kiefers. This tiny one is the Hood pair. Also nice and thick. A little hair. I wish it would zoom in this way, but a little hair there. Oh. So that one looks like it's doing good. What is this? This is the Moon Glow pair. Also thick and sturdy. And yes, hairs on those as well. So far, the pears are doing great. Okay, next we have the Loring Peach. This one has very thin branches as well as thicker branches. Everybody still seems to be green. And yep, there still seems to be green. Oh my. Okay, so here is a great example of the difference between a more mature branch and a thinner branch. Let me see if I can get more water off. This mature branch, that's starting to root right away. These little branches have little hair, little tiny hair roots. But this big thick branch, look at the difference between those two. Little hair root and a bigger root. So if you can get the thicker branches, they're already ready to go. So that's the Loring Peach. And look, even if I get one tree from each one of these scions, that's amazing. And if I don't get any, if I mess it up, at least I learned, right? This is the Belle of Georgia peach. These look good. Not as thick of a root system, but many more of these are sprouting roots. So that's good. That's Belle of Georgia. And the last one is Red Haven Peach. This one, wow. Okay. This one is thin, but it went wild. So that one's very happy. So that one was ready to go. How exciting. And this was my Citronella plant. You see it's still doing well. It's happy. Anywhere there's all these little buds, it should get more buds and then branch off into more little trees. And then we'll just do more cuttings. So that was exciting. It's great to see when an experiment goes well, or at least goes the way that we kind of planned. Probably in a month or two, we'll have more roots. Now, I know that plants are not so shocked when you bring them inside because of the cold weather, but I know that once these get rooting and once they're potted up and they get some leaves and substantial growth, I'll have to harden them off again by slowly bringing them outside. Beyond that, I have my potatoes, my sweet potatoes, my turmeric, and I left those all in a box because I haven't been able to put them in the ground yet. So we'll see how that goes this weekend. Hopefully I can put them in some dirt. And other than that, I think that's it for this week. Sorry for the awkwardness. It's been a busy week trying to get work done and trying to get ready for this 3-day weekend, because 3-day weekends mean you can work more in the garden or lament about working in the garden and watching Netflix. No, but seriously, lots of work to be done this weekend, lots of zines to fold, and I actually printed out some cute Star Trek zines that have a little bit of the resistance twist to it, because everybody knows Kira was a resistance fighter, and it was a great way to mash up some important information like reaching out to your representatives, how to learn how to boycott and know who to boycott so you're spending your money where your values are. And if you're interested in seeing that, let me know. I could drop that in the description as well. I am trying to keep this as a gardening space. I do not believe that you should separate politics from what's in here, but I do know that some people want to hear that stuff and some people don't want to hear it. So let me know if you're interested, because I will always put something in my video about it because that's who I am, that's what I do. But if you would like to hear more about it, I am more than happy to make a video about it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and have a great and safe weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.